Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have a number of bills today that are dealing with jump-starting our economy, trying to stimulate our economy, help put people back to work, provide tax incentives and programs to New Jersey businesses, and to encourage the opportunity for businesses to relocate here, which again lead to business opportunities and employment opportunities for this state. We are honored to have with us this morning our Speaker who will open these proceedings. Madam Speaker, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chairman Greenwald. And I would like to first begin by thanking Chairman Greenwald, Vice Chair Scher, and the members of the Assembly Budget Committee for, first of all, inviting me here today to address you as we embark on an agenda over the next several days that I am very excited about. And the fact that we are embarking on this agenda in collaboration with the upper house, I think bodes well for the citizens of New Jersey. And you know that what we are doing over the next several days is prioritizing and focusing on what we are describing as putting New Jersey back to work. And in the 40 legislative districts that each one of us represents, you know that there is probably no issue that you hear more about within your legislative districts than the issue of employment, unemployment, business opportunity, and impediments to jump-starting private sector employment and growth and expansion. When the latest unemployment numbers were released several weeks ago, the report served as a stark reminder of how far New Jersey still has to go to put the recession in the rearview mirror. Putting New Jersey back to work is essential if we are to successfully tackle the many other problems we face. New Jerseyans working, purchasing goods and services, supporting businesses throughout the state is something that is of paramount importance to each and every one of us in this legislature, whether you are a Democrat or a Republican. And it is my hope that over the course of the next several weeks, we will work in a bipartisan fashion to move forward some of these economic development initiatives that we will be hearing over the next several days. The day before Thanksgiving, you all know that Senate President Sweeney and I unveiled Back to Work New Jersey. And it is an initiative to create jobs, to lure businesses, and jumpstart economic development. Today is the initial step in starting to move that package forward. Starting today and into early January, both houses of the legislature will focus its efforts on more than 30 pieces of legislation to get the unemployed back into jobs and make New Jersey once again an attractive place for businesses to locate. One thing we can all agree upon is that we need to prioritize job growth and reinvigorating the economy. If you, like I, traverse communities all across this state, there are far too many for sale signs on front lawns, and there are far too many working households who are struggling to determine how they're going to survive in the next coming month. Continuing to reform New Jersey's business tax code, a process that the legislature successfully embarked on back in 2008, will be a priority over the next several days. New Jersey must be willing to fight to keep businesses from leaving. That's why Back to Work New Jersey also will expand the state's current job retention programs so we can put together the most attractive package possible to keep employers in the state. And you all know that several months ago, when the governor visited Honeywell in Morris County, major international corporation that was poised to leave our state, the governor outreached to the leadership in the legislature, and in a bipartisan fashion, we worked to revamp our BRAG legislation, and you will be entertaining that bill in the next several days as well. We are looking to implement targeted tax credits specifically for the biotech sector. We know that that is the growth industry. We know that New Jersey is geographically and asset-rich, poised to be a home for biotech industries in this state, and some of these bills will serve to recruit and retain those types of business concerns also. One of the things that we've done in the past couple of weeks is to look at initiatives that are going on in other states, because without question, New Jersey is not the only state that is trying to emerge out of the morass of a recession. And there's no greater evidence than that than the activity of our congressional representatives and what they've been deliberating with for the past several days. In Georgia, we were able to identify a program called Georgia Works. And the Commissioner of Labor in Georgia became very disturbed as he too began to see job expansion and growth come to a standstill. And if any of you have engaged in dialogue and discussion with your constituents who have been unemployed, particularly those who have worked their entire lives, who have had the same job in the same industry for 20 years, 25 years, they now find themselves unemployed. And because they've focused on one particular profession, occupation, or industry, they find themselves unemployed and in this recessionary environment, finding a tough time to get a foot in the door someplace else. What they did successfully in Georgia was to create a program whereby those who are receiving unemployment benefits are able to retain their unemployment benefit, but commit up to 24 hours a week working in an environment, a for-profit business environment or a nonprofit business environment. And unemployed people in Georgia are able to voluntarily enroll in that program. And what it does, if you talk to anyone who's been unemployed for a long length of time, it puts unemployed people in an environment where they can, first of all, have exposure on a daily basis. There's nothing worse than languishing at home when you've worked all your life without having the opportunity to be in the work environment. Georgia Works provides that type of opportunity for unemployed people. By being in the environment of a business, and we would like to focus on private sector businesses, they are able to, particularly for those who are going to find, they're going to have to find work in a new industry or occupation. Participating in Georgia Works gives that unemployed individual 24 hours a week to, for lack of a better term, cultivate a new skill set, which makes them a more marketable commodity as they seek employment in a new field, perhaps a field that isn't listed on their resume because they've had no experience in it. In Georgia, there has been a 63% placement rate of unemployed people who voluntarily chose to engage themselves in this process. What does it do for the businesses? It allows businesses who are hard-strapped right now to create new jobs. It allows them to have, first of all, the support in their environment of a person, all hands on deck, and allows that business an opportunity to test that individual out, to do it at no cost, and it allows that business to stabilize over the course of several weeks. And there has been great success we've learned from the Georgia Commissioner of Labor in those businesses, in fact, hiring people after they have undergone that process. In a state like New Jersey, we believe a similar program could also provide essential job training for people. And there are currently 15 states across the country that are examining this model for replication. I'm pleased that this bill will be on your agenda today. We're going to create jobs for residents, ease outdated burdens on businesses, and spark economic growth throughout the state by encouraging investment. I believe it's a plan that benefits everyone. Today is just the start to what will be an effort to reposition our economy and future growth. In early January, we will call the legislature into session to pass these bills and send them to the governor for them to become law. 2010 has been a lost year for us. It is my hope and aspiration that the legislature will work together, the Senate and the Assembly, Republicans and Democrats, to move forward a very aggressive and assertive, business-friendly, job growth creation-oriented agenda for our state. And thank you for allowing me to be here, Assemblyman Greenwald, and to the members of the Budget Committee. I want to thank you because you will be undertaking several days of aggressive work. And please know that I am always open and available to all of you as we move this process forward. Thank you.